Hi everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I'm gonna show you the another Hot Toy Star Wars figure in 1/6 scale. So this is the plastic, no die-cast skeleton or LED light up in any of the accessory. And he is a show trooper and he is a squad leader as well. So not just any other show trooper. There are loads of different show trooper there. You know, there's a Mandalorian version. There's also the Rogue One version, so I think this is come from the Rogue One, and so he's very different in terms of the design wise, and he comes with a more different range of color on his body armor than the standard version, and also he had a skirt as well. So this skirt is metal wielded, so you can actually pose it any way you like. And in terms of accessory wise, he comes with very limited one, so he only have a few pair of hands, which is like you got trigger hands on both sides, and then you also have relaxed hands, which is basically holding the weapon with this hand, and then you got trigger hand to use that combined together. And then you also have the pair of fists, and that's about it. Now what I'm happy with this is that he comes with two different trigger hand on both left and right, which means that he has the potential of holding two different weapons as well, even though he only comes with one massive rifle, which is that one that he's holding, and that's it. And you might be wondering what is he holding on the other hand then. So this one is actually come from Stormtrooper, and so I just put it on his hands because I'm using the Stormtrooper with a massive rifle from the Clone Trooper. So basically I mix up all the weapons around a little bit and then try to pose them in a different way. So basically I want every figures to have at least one weapons holding it, and I want them to max out of all the weapons. So that's the whole idea of it. So that's what I did here. And this guy has all the cloth interior, not like the my Sith Trooper, which is the old rubber base, which is terrible idea. So thank God that Hot Toy had decided to upgrade their ideas and changed it a little bit and putting it all to the cloth material, which make more sense, right? Because in reality, because we actually wear cloth inside these, body suit, so it makes you feel more comfortable. If it's rubber, it's just a bit very difficult to move around. Can you imagine that you wearing a rubber suit and moving around the whole day and shooting, running, jumping up and down? It just doesn't make sense. So why would Hot Toys do that, right? So thank God that they have changed the idea to make it more realistic, which is like this, which is perfect. And also this guy, one thing I like about this is that he has no restriction around here. There's no belt or nothing. There's no pouches that dangling down or anything like that. So that means he can have the 3-point landing pose. He can actually crouch down. He can actually shoot on the ground and all kind of pose like this. So the posability on this guy is amazing. I tried this already. I should have taken the photos and stuff like that, but unfortunately I didn't do that at the time. But when I did it, I was so amazed at how much range I can actually do, and that was incredible. I'm really pleased with this. And in the same way with the tank commander that I have, which I'm going to show to you in my next video, I mean, they are both equally impressive with articulation wise, because there is no restriction. You got no bloggy or anything like that. I have Captain America as well, so it's a Taskmaster, but the suit is somehow, even though wearing the cloth, I think they're padded so much there, so because of that it's so difficult to pose. This is a problem. I mean, this is how it's the way it's supposed to do for the action figure, premium action figure, right? So this is how it's supposed to be, and the joints are all covered, and it's just all well balanced. It's just perfect. You got decent range, you got a lot of stuff that you can do. So imagination is your, go creative. Basically your sky is the limit, basically. All right, so let me take a pause on this and let me show you a little bit close up. And so this is really nice, a nice weathering on the feet. So you got all this stuff, you got asymmetry going on. It's the same design with the tank commander, which I will show to you later on. And if you go up there, this whole thing is a cloth. This whole thing is a cloth. And you also got a split cap boot design, which means you can actually make him stand on the ground completely flat without needing to have the stands or anything like that. And you got wired around edges here on the cape here as well, on his skirt. And then you got all this painted job around. You got weathering here, you got armor that got better damage and all this stuff. You got the strap is actually elastic band, so it's actually no problem with that. Head sculpt is also good. I like the design of this, you know, shore trooper look, which is nice. I mean, they normally go around on the beaches, and you know, so basically, yeah, the color of the you know, their armor is a bit yellow, a bit tan because of the sea salt, you know, things like that. So it makes sense, I suppose. Tank commander is a bit more pale, so because he's inside the tank, operating a tank or whatever, pointing finger, hey you attack, you know, that kind of thing. So they're a bit more cleaner, which makes sense. So I'm gonna do the comparison in the next video with the tank commander, and the guns fit perfectly well on this. Now, however, their trigger hands are a little bit small on a small scale size. So these trigger hand only goes with these kind of gun. You can use the clone blaster and stuff like that, but you have to stretch it a little bit. It will be very difficult to put it in. But with these guns, it just fit perfectly. All you gotta do slot it in. It just goes really well. Which is incredible. I mean, I don't have to do any efforts into it. Just slot in. So that is a good thing about it. So this car blaster is the one that actually goes well. I thought this blaster is the same with the tank commander, but actually it is not, which is interesting. I'm going to show you that comparison as well later on in the next video. But in this one, let's focus on the shore trooper here. So you got this massive rifle, which you have strapped that you can actually hold on to it, which is very nice. You know, it's very detailed, and you got all the gun metals or painted silver effects and all kind of stuff going on, which is very nicely done. And although they are made of plastic, it does feel like it looks like a proper guns here. And as you can see, the handles are very small, so that's the thing. And it's really good. I mean, the strap, you can actually extend it around according to your need. At the back here, you got all this like vintage stuff around. There are actual holes on it, so it looks so realistic. So this is really good. And the good news is I paid for only about £150. You can get it from Comics and Cocktails and in the UK website for £165 on sales. Still a bit expensive for a plastic figure, but then again, remember that this is a retail shop, so they have to charge it properly, and then with the VATs and everything, it makes sense that the price will go up around about that price, which is fair. And luckily I managed to get it from an eBay seller who is a UK seller as well, and he listed for about £180. And I said, look, the other guys, you know, Comic and Cocktails are selling for that price. Would you be able to do 150? And then he said, yeah, well, okay, why not? So luckily I managed to get it at a reasonable price, which I'm very happy about. So right, let me show you articulation in these figures. Oh, the rubber one is a bit of on the neck is a plasticky thing. It's not rubber, but it's soft kind of plastic thingy. But the rest is all cloth here. So in terms of articulation, you can see that it's very nice, decent range. You got ball joint that can go up and down, left, right, you know, forward, backward as well. I'm sure that I can move it a little bit. And also you can crouch down on the body, right? You can tilt as well, and bicep can swivel, you know, and you can also bend the hand more than 90 degrees, maybe just a little bit, I suppose. Because of this restriction with this armor, I have to move it up a little bit, and maybe I can go a bit further. And so that's that. And then also the leg can go forward, backward. There's somehow padded in here, so I can feel that it's not just completely plastic. There's little padded stuff going on to make it look a bit fatter, I suppose. And so I can go forward, backward. I cannot turn the legs to the you know, side to side, but I can go sideways if I want to. I can spread out, and then the knee can go, you know, double bent all the way there. And so now I'm doing a proper articulation here on these figures, because I'm not scared of, you know, having articulating problem here, because I can easily readjust it, not like the other figures, which I don't normally do articulation on my channel because of, you know, those problems. And in this one I don't care, because it doesn't matter. Its price is cheap, and also I can actually move around, I can play around, you know, to the way I want it, which is perfect to my liking. So I'm totally happy with this guy, really. I definitely recommend it if you want to find him. Whatever show trooper you go for, I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy it. Because they're very good with articulations and very decent paint jobs and all this stuff. Accessory wise, not gonna don't expect too much because it doesn't come with anything apart from one rifle and a couple of hands. That's about it, you know. So Clone Trooper will come with more accessory, but then these guys. But then again, the price is a lot cheaper, and you can get it around about 100 to 150. And because he's a squad leader, he is a bit more expensive than normal one. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.